life's happening. Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not Agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, December the 5th. We've got Heather Harlan with us today from the Phoenix Health Program. Good to have you here,
Great
Heather.
to be here.
And we're in the holiday season. This is a time of year when there are a lot of parties.
Yeah.
Sometimes people
Family
tend
gatherings.
to overdo it
Yes.
with
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
And this is what you wanted to talk about.
Well, yeah, just we wanted to look a little bit, actually a couple of things. Sort of recovery-friendly hosting, and then also recovery helps for families. Because it is
What are you
can be
talking about
stressful.
with recovery-friendly
Recovery-friendly
hosting?
hosting. Well, you know, when you have a group of people gathering, it's probably the best course of action to assume that there might be someone at your party who can't drink. People or choose not to. There's a lot of reasons people might choose not to have alcohol. They might be religious reasons. There might be they're taking medication. Maybe they have academic reasons or they have to go to work the next day. So there are a lot of reasons, or medical reasons. One reason is that about 10% of the population lives with an alcohol use disorder, what we used to call alcoholic.
10% of
About
the population?
10%. So there might be someone coming to your party who it might not be a good idea for them to use alcohol. Now, a friend of mine told me recently that he had gone to a party and literally he said, I measured, Heather, and there were 6 feet of all kinds of alcohol. Options to help.
Right.
And then he said, if I chose not to drink, which he chose not to that night, but he said I had 2 options, water or a caffeinated soda. So it's not that the host was trying to exclude someone, but we forget there may be people who can't imbibe or bib. So to have the choice of, let's assume that there might be someone who might not choose to drink.
So if you're having a party, a holiday party,
Yes.
keep that in mind and make sure that you have other liquid refreshments there, a variety.
Right.
Because not everybody is...
Right. And then sometimes our community doesn't understand that even if a person has been using, let's say they were in treatment for cocaine, and the family goes, well, you can drink. That wasn't the drug. That wasn't your drug of choice. But you see, alcohol is a depressant, so it slows down our brain function. So we're not making as good a decision. So a lot of times, let's say someone on another drug, they just have maybe just a couple of beers. And then suddenly, using cocaine sounds good again. So to protect their recovery, it's often best for people, maybe forever, maybe for a while. People have to decide how long they want to go without drinking alcohol. So it's really important for families to understand that. And so that it may endanger long-term recovery. So, yeah.
So the point you're making here is that if you are going to be the host of a holiday party, keep in mind, especially if you've got a lot of people coming, keep in mind that a certain percentage of those people may choose not to drink or may not be able to drink alcohol. So have other liquid available.
Right. The other thing would be to keep in mind, because we hear a lot about the opioid issue, alcohol does not combine well with opiates. So even if you're on opiates for something, maybe a legitimate reason, et cetera, and you're doing fine with it, but 1 Percocet and 1 beer equals about 6 beers in terms of the level of intoxication.
So if you are on medication for pain prescribed by your doctor and it's an opioid,
Yes.
you do not want to be drinking
Right.
wine or beer at that point. Because what will happen?
A much higher level of intoxication, and in terms of then you really would be in terms of impaired. It would be about the level of having 6 drinks impaired.
I didn't realize that.
So check with your pharmacist, check with your doctor where you should even be drinking at all with the medication. And again, for the hosting, to be able to maybe quit serving alcohol an hour or 2 before the end of the party, have lots to eat, have other activities. So the evening or the gathering is not all about drinking.
Right.
It's about spending time with people, maybe a puzzle or looking looking at old photos, or if you're with a family going for a walk, so that there are other things. Alcohol can be part of a healthy lifestyle. But when we focus on that as the activity, that's when we may tend to overdo it and get into trouble, as you said.
I wanted to bring something else up
Yes.
about Columbia. Columbia is a wonderful, beautiful town, beautiful city, and there are so many good, positive things about Columbia. But there was a story in USA Today a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
that Columbia is the most drunken city in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, there are a lot of reasons. I think the main reason, if you look over that list, because it talks about the drunkest city in each state, but if you look over that, it's nearly always the college or university towns. Yeah. So I would say we're not doing well keeping alcohol out of the hands of young people. That about half of our college students are underage. So that's one of the things for us to look at. Now, in terms of families that are dealing with situations or more stress, we want to always keep in mind the free groups that we have at Phoenix. And just wanted people to know they're probably going to want to grab a pen for this, but we have at least a few groups. Mondays, 6 to 8, we have a free family group. Wednesday, 5:30 to 7, Wednesday evenings. Thursday, 5:30 to 6:45, and then on Saturdays, 2:30.
And those are all free?
Those are all free, open to the community. The other, we have one more group that's just starting. It's brand new, Wednesday nights at 5:30, just for family members. The rest of them could be open for the clients as well as family members. But the one on Wednesday is just for family members.
So the client would not come with the family?
That's right.
So what
and you
you're
don't
doing
have to have a loved one enrolled in treatment to come either. Or if your loved one is not even interested in treatment or recovery, you come. Families deserve their own recovery.
And what are the families going to get out of this? What are they
They'll
going to
get their own support system, encouragement for self-care, and again, sometimes the strategies that we use to perhaps encourage a loved one to get some help aren't the most effective. So there may be some other things that we could try, but we don't know what those are. So, because we didn't learn them from our families, we're not really sure how to help or encourage someone.
Would you say that alcohol is the biggest problem we have, even more so than opioid, or is opioid
I would
climbing up?
say we operate at a sort of a crisis level in terms of our intakes and the percentage of people who are struggling with alcohol at crisis level every day. And then the opioid issue has kind of been on top of that. So our systems are really strained, but we
The
underestimate.
opioid issue is on top of the alcohol.
On top of that, yes. So back in May, about 23% of our people who had called wanted help with alcohol. About the same percentage want help with opiates.
So what is our solution? We're almost out of time, but is there a solution besides education?
Oh, certainly earlier intervention and helping people understand and creating an understanding. And people can look us up on the website, phoenixhealthprograms.com, or on Facebook, 573-875-8880, extension 2142. Get more information.
Okay.
And there is more, but it's going to be keeping alcohol out of the hands of young people because it starts early.
Okay, all right. And remember, there's those free family sessions.
Yes, just call us about that. My
All right.
extension is 2142 if you want to ask specifically.
Thank you,
2140.
Heather
Thanks so
Harlan.
much for
Thank
continuing
you.
the conversation.
Merry
Merry Christmas to you too,
Out of
Paul.
time for
Thank you.
today. Boone County Hams tomorrow. Bye-bye.